Hello, namaste. My name is Jason McDonald, and I'm going to start to record some YouTube videos talking about the Dharma, which is the Buddha's teachings, primarily talking about meditation, the Dharma, and how you can live a happier life. I only have a few minutes, so I'm going to try to run through a couple of topics. Today I woke up and the beautiful sun is shining outside, blue skies, and it's Friday, and I woke up feeling very good. The last couple of days I was feeling a little sick, and there's a lot of cloudiness here where I live, and just kind of felt less than great. And I was reminded of the truth of impermanence, which is that nothing remains the same. And this is a very powerful teaching, especially from the Buddha. Although each one of us, regardless of our religion or spiritual philosophy or whatever, we know that nothing remains the same. We know that we're all going to die. We know that the job we have right now is going to end. We know that our loved ones will die. We know that everything is in constant flux. A lot of us don't think about it, and a lot of us don't necessarily want to accept it. But that's not always a bad thing, because if you're experiencing hardship, if you're experiencing a difficult part of your life, a difficult time in your life, it will change. Therefore, don't take any of it too seriously, because it's all going to change anyway. Having said that, if we all take to heart the truth that we're all going to die and we don't know when, that might make us want to change the things that we're doing in life to be more meaningful. For example, that might make us less selfish. It might make us more compassionate, more loving. It might make us want to do more meaningful things with our lives. So that's the power of impermanence. The other thing that I wanted to talk a little bit about is the nature of our minds. So I spend most of my time following Tibetan Buddhism and practicing Tibetan Buddhism. And the Tibetans have a saying called the Vajra Mind. Vajra means diamond or diamond-like quality, which you could also say is indestructible. So what the Tibetan teachings, especially in the Dzogchen and the Mahamudra traditions, say is that we have Buddha nature, and that we have Vajra minds, which means that our minds are indestructible. The nature of our minds are indestructible. Now, what this actually means is not easy to explain, but it's very, very profound, and it can be very helpful for us. The simplest way that I understand it, and the way that I can explain it, is that the mind is our naked awareness, the awareness at this very moment that allows you to watch this video and listen to this video. That awareness is your mind's nature. The mind's nature is awareness. It's clear, it's naked, it's unimpeded, it's unobstructed, and you know what? It's effortless. That is quite amazing, actually, when you think about it. The mind is effortless. So what happens to us is when lots of thoughts come into our minds, we get hijacked by those thoughts. We forget the great expanse of our mind. We forget the natural nakedness of our mind, and the thoughts take over. And then we are essentially living inside of the thoughts, which are kind of like it's like a fake practice simulation of reality. So all day long we have these thoughts coming in. We don't see them because most of us have not developed and habituated the ability to see the thoughts come. And so all day long we have these thoughts coming, and then they hijack us, and we're no longer living in the moment. Instead, we are trapped inside of a conceptual prison of something that might happen in the future, something that may have happened in the past. And we're not with our awareness, and we don't see the thoughts come. Now, contrast that to living closer to our own awareness. And in this very moment, being aware of our awareness, being aware of our naked, illuminating awareness, which doesn't have to work for anything. And instead of projecting outward and looking at everything around us, looking inward at our awareness, when we start to live that life, when the thoughts come up, we see them. And if you look directly at those thoughts, they will dissolve. And if you habituate yourself to this, which, by the way, I'm trying to do, it takes time. This is not easy. But if you habituate yourself to living like this, then you will begin to see that the world outside, all of the meaning of the whole world, the whole universe, any meaning the universe has is dependent on our mind and our naked awareness. And without our mind and our naked awareness, without our conceptual judgments of good or bad, black or white, tall or short, fat or skinny, without those conceptual, without us when we don't ascribe a conceptual meaning to things, they have no meaning without our mind. And so we start to learn that there's a saying in the Tibetan Dzogchen tradition, all of samsara and nirvana is contained inside of the great expanse of our awareness. And that's really quite powerful. A simpler way of saying this is life is what you make it, which most of us have heard that before. So that was my very quick post. The nature of the mind is extraordinary. It is not something that's mundane or normal, and it's hard to even understand it once you start to study what is the mind, what is this naked awareness, how is it that it spontaneously and effortlessly takes in everything around us, and that is the magic of the mind. But if we spend more time looking inward, looking at our own naked awareness, just being aware that I'm aware at this moment and letting things come and go, but trying to stay anchored with the awareness, our lives can change pretty quickly and pretty significantly. So I have to work now. So that was my quick video. I will be posting more in the near future. So I'm sending you all my love. I'm dedicating any small merit that came as a result of this post to all living beings, and especially I pray for the world right now with the coronavirus happening. I pray that we all develop love and compassion, and that we all recognize the nature of our minds, which is the naked awareness, okay? Namaste. I love you all. Take care. Bye.